Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We are back again with another video. Today, we are watching Vibes from the Six, and on today's episode of Vibe from the Six, we got you guys an interesting show. We're going to be talking about Arsenal versus Man City, previewing the big Premier League title contender challenge or clash, whatever you want to call it. Plus, we're going to also speak about Spurs and Ange Postecoglou. The Spurs fans have officially started to turn on Ange Postecoglou. We got to get onto that also. What's making them turn on him? It's something to do with us beating them in the North London Derby. We're going to also talk about the Champions League, quick recap over the Champions League and what we thought about the match day one of the Champions League, in addition to some injury updates. Of course, Martin Odegaard's injured. We know what's going to happen there and how Arsenal are going to manage. We know that Chelsea have an injury. Reece James is injured again. We're going to have to speak about that. We're going to have to speak about Alisson from Liverpool potentially also being injured. And we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to make it for the Bournemouth game. And of course, none other than Kevin De Bruyne potentially being out for the big title match this Sunday. All this plus more in today's video. We're also going to have to a little bit touch back on Man United winning a game 7-0. Like, when was the last time you guys seen Man United win a game 7-0? I don't remember. But yeah, do me a favor. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Let me bring out some of my guests that I have right now. I got Ahmed in the building from the Bridge Nation. You already know. You changed your channel name?
Slightly, from the Bridge TV to Bridge Nation. So I usually talk about use the nation bit quite a few times. So I thought let's re-up.
There you go. There you go. Made it longer though. Then we also got Rack in the building, Liverpool fan. Rack, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm ready to discuss the forthcoming weekend of football.
There you go. Before we discuss what's happened this weekend, I thought we'd maybe go over the Champions League. But before we go into the Champions League, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys make of the new Champions League format? First match week is down and over, and it's like we're going to be playing more games. I felt like the new format kind of took away the urgency from the first game. It seemed like everyone was kind of like, it is what it is. We got a long way to go. They kind of paced themselves. Arsenal drawing, Man City drawing, Liverpool, of course, winning their game, coming back from 1-0 down, emphatic win for you guys. But I just felt like overall the week was kind of like, I thought more games would add more excitement, bigger matchups, but I didn't really find too many excitement this week. I don't know about you guys.
I don't know, man. I think the part of the issue is just, I think the lack of quality. I just think in general in the UCL, which I just think means that, you know, I feel like a lot of the tougher teams don't feel like they need to go all out, in my personal opinion. But I think a positive that I would say about this new league structure is that at least you're now getting, rather than having to face 3 teams home and away, you're getting a bit more variety. That's something I do think is a positive. May not be a positive to the players, because then that means they have to travel to do 4 different places, of course. But I do think there's a bit more of a variety of the teams you're facing. But I think top teams now, barring at the teams they know they have to get a cheeky win or draw against. Other than that, the rest of the teams I just think are fodder, in my personal opinion. Like the actual league quality is just down the drain. That's what it is for me.
You know, I didn't really get that vibe from this week. I think the fact that there are going to be more matchups and there's going to be a bit more variety because you're only going to play a team once. I think that's kind of interesting, but I think it's probably going to take a season or two and to give us a more holistic, make a holistic judgment in terms of whether it's a good, turns out to be good in reality or not, as the case may be. It's a bit of a weird one, right? Because also, when you've got a 4-team league, you're always looking at your group and seeing where you are. When you've got a 32-team league, and you have to come in there's certain cut-off points where you ultimately go through, or you have to go and play a playoff and all this kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out. But Liverpool played AC Milan in recent seasons, so it's a bit different. But the fact that we're going to play Bayer Leverkusen, who obviously had a really strong league last year, and we're with Real Madrid, I look forward to those games, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, people saying it's like a Super League. Not really. It's basically the Champions League with more games. It's the Champions League, just they added more games. And I think it creates less urgency for each game. Because now that you have 2 more games in the group stages, let's be honest, you have 2 more games where you can kind of take you can pace yourself a little bit more. Where the last format for the Champions League, if you guys know, I feel like you had to win your first 2 games to kind of feel a little bit more comfortable going into the remaining fixtures. Where now it's like if you win or lose your first one or you draw, it doesn't really matter. You still have 7 more games.
Yeah, look, ultimately, if you stick to the formula of winning your home games and not getting beat in your away games, you'll be good. But for example, if Arsenal or Liverpool or whoever was to finish 9th, then you've got to go into a playoff, and I think those playoffs could be interesting because you could have a team that's just outside that top level. Maybe the team that finishes 9th. Going out to a team that finished 16th or 24th or whatever the thing is. So that might mix it up a little bit.
And there's also one more change. I don't know if you guys noticed. This week, all the Champions League games were played in 1 week instead of splitting them up. So all of them are played over 3 days. Then next week, all the Europa League games are played over 3 days. And then the following week, all the Conference League games are played over 3 days. What they do is rolling 3 weeks of different competitions. Will that make you watch more games? By the way,
because I thought
we're just kind of talking about the Champions League format. Anyways,
because I know Europa League, for example, they're playing obviously next week and they're playing the week after, no? Unless I'm mistaken.
No, the way it's working is the Europa League and Conference League and the Champions League all have separate weeks to themselves.
Vader's quoted his Champions League background on. He had Erling Haaland.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
we're gonna. I see you.
So if I show you right now and I just type in and I go and type in Champions League,
you know why I think because like
you're gonna see the difference. So first you type in Champions League, Arsenal pop up, of course, but you're gonna see the fixtures. Our next game week is October 1st. You type in Europa. You type in Europa League. What comes up? The 25th of September, which is next week. And then if you type in Conference, Europa Conference League, what comes up? The 2nd of October.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you guys is that Europa League match week 2 is happening at the same time as Conference League match week 1.
No, that's not possible.
That is because literally I just checked it now. The next Europa match week 2 starts on the 2nd of it starts on literally Thursday, the 3rd of October, which is literally, if you look at next week's the week after that one, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
Interesting. I thought they separate the. Yeah, you're right.
No, they didn't separate. It's just because they made the UCL one a bit more special, and the Europa League. The Conference League is only like 6 games. That's all it is.
Wait, the Conference League's not 8?
No, it's only 6 games, bro. I only have 3 games home, 3 games away.
Okay, and the Europa League they have 8 games.
Exactly, I think so. Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, but still, you're not going to have any Conference League or Europa League games on the same night as the Champions League. That's my point. So it is slightly
a Thursday though. It's only one Thursday.
My question to you is this going to encourage you to now watch the Europa League on nights when there's no Champions League? Because I still think it won't encourage me to watch it. I think the main reason why they changed it is so it encourages more viewership to those days.
Who's in the Europa League right now?
To be fair, there's quite a few good teams in the Europa League.
Spurs,
maybe Spurs, Man United, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Ajax is in it. There's quite
a few good teams in the Conference League as well. Who's in the Conference League?
I think Athletic Club as well. Athletic Club is also in the as well.
Yeah.
I'm in the Conference League. Listen, Chelsea B teams there, man. You know what I mean? Chelsea B teams in the Conference League.
No, but also, how weird was it this week that the Champions League was going on, and at the same time you had the Carabao Cup early rounds?
That was really weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Usually you don't have the Manchester Uniteds and the Spurs in this early in the Carabao Cup. But maybe
I'm really interested to see how big of an effect that extra game week in both the Europa League and the Champions League is going to have to teams that are playing that competition, because
Igal doesn't care about the extra games. He's like,
because that's going to definitely add a lot more load, to the to a lot of these top teams that are playing right now. So it's going to be interesting.
We're not playing in the Club World Cup, unlike
Igal doesn't care. Igal doesn't care. More games.
You guys don't get the summer off.
You know what I mean? That's the it is the go. That's the cost of greatness, isn't it? The cost of greatness, man. When you're winning these UCL titles, man.
All I have to say is the
greatness.
way that it's gonna make that competition a lot more exciting. But let's be honest, it's just another cash grab. It's just another way that the clubs and the friggin'
you get 50 million for that, by the way. I think Britain knows this too. We get 50 million for us being in the competition, by the way. So hey, man,
that's why they want you guys. They want.
That's going to make up for that hole in the budget without seeing as you haven't got a sponsor.
You know, what I mean, that's gonna definitely.
I don't want
the reason, listen, the sponsor stuff here, we don't have a sponsor because of City. So you know, let's see when the case we've got a sponsor. Let's see when the case and I got a sponsor.
I don't want to hear Vader or Rodri complaining about games played when they say, "Oh, we're getting an extra 50 million for the Club World Cup," and now you're trying to banter other people. When in actual reality, you guys could have stopped this by just saying we don't want to play more games.
No, we understand the responsibility we have as the football pyramid. The football pyramid.
If Arsenal were there, you would be. I'm sure you'd be happy, and you wouldn't be saying anything about more things.
No, I'm just saying, don't you think the clubs have a little bit to do with the amount of games being played, or do you just blame it all on the governing bodies? Because I think it's a bit of both. Clubs encourage this behavior also.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you know who we should really be complaining to is the Players Association, mate. Whoever's their actual guy that's meant to be looking after player welfare, their needs. You know, what I mean, whoever's part of their union. Yeah, these guys aren't looking out for them, bro. So unless these guys are willing,
they're not looking out for themselves either. If they continue to take more wages, they're gonna need to circumvent that somehow. And they're gonna try to find other ways to do it, and they're gonna get them more games. So it comes hand in hand. The players need to negotiate less games. The clubs and the organization need to negotiate with the players lower wages, and everyone can meet in the middle.
The problem is,
it's not. It's that's probably not going to happen. But it's kind of like the argument. When you get to finals, semi-finals, and on the kind of latter stages of a competition, you always get every year. It's like, oh, my club has only got 30% of the stadium is allocated to my club, 30% allocated to the other team, and then you have all these neutrals who are just showing up, and ultimately, and they say the sponsors, but then the Champions League is paying out the biggest money. Why is it paying out the biggest money? Because it's getting the biggest money from sponsors. That sponsors are paying that money. The clubs want to participate, and then the fans complain to UEFA when UEFA are basically, and then when the clubs threaten to leave. That's the only time when UEFA starts giving them more money. So, everybody the clubs want money just as well. You're absolutely right.
My question to you is: do you think Rodri has a point when he says players will start? Striking?
They should be doing that already. If they truly believe, if what Rodri believes is truly true, then that I would assume it would have happened by now. Because every single time games have been added on, They've only complained, but there's been no action. So unless they do some group action, it will happen. But right now, I don't really see
it would add an interesting dynamic if, for example, FIFA Pro or whoever managers managed to negotiate some kind of maximum cap for a number of games that a player can play in a season. That would change the dynamic. I mean, I've never thought about it before. Literally, just see you guys talking about it now. If you say, okay, City can only play Rodri for 50 games in a season. Some would say that's an artificial cap, but it may throw something interesting in there because then they've got to use their squad a little more. They've got to pick and choose which games. Maybe they don't play them against, I don't know, Bournemouth or something because they save them for the Arsenal game. Or I don't know, maybe that could be interesting.
Yeah. Do you know what the other thing for me is? I'll add this quickly. It also does come down to the teams as well. If they can see that players are getting tired, players that feel like they're getting overworked, sometimes you just got to add extra 2, 3 more, 4 more players, whether they come from your academy. Maybe if you need to spend a bit more extra money to bring in another guy that's going to do that job for you, but that's also got to come from the team as well to allow constant rotation of these players to actually still be 100% whenever they play too.
Yeah, I'm all for the players realizing that, there's only so many games that they can play. There's only so much intensity that they can actually have, and saying, enough's enough. But it's going to have to be a coordinated, everybody on the same page, because 100%. Like all strikes, if you have some that are like,
when Chikavama
doesn't really bother me, then it won't work.
The thing is, though, how does this affect a lot of teams, though? Let's be realistic about the number of games.
That's not the point, though.
No. The reason why I'm going to say that, though, if you think about it, right, when these guys are going to have to come together, it's going to have to also require the guys that are mid-table, guys that are going to be low mid-table. Those guys, on average, how much do they play? Like, let's be realistic, right?
Let me say this.
Probably 38 to 40 games a season, which is probably average.
Let me use the Hollywood example. With regards to when the actors decided to go on strike, the actors and writers, sometimes you're not the Hollywood big mega star.
They went on strike
but even before that, they realized that even the smaller guy and the big guy all had to be on the same page, right? Yeah. So that's what's going to have to happen with regards to football. But when you got fans like Igal that says, "Stop crying," only you're affected by it, then no, it's not going to change.
Once again, I'm not saying stop crying. I'm saying the clubs have a part to play in this. And I would hope that Mikel Arteta doesn't complain about us being in the Champions League and having to play in the league and having to play in all the cup competitions when as a big club, this is what we want to strive for. This is
I don't think he complains about Champions League. I don't think he complains about
Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is a manager who's notoriously known for having a thin squad, and now he has some of his best players complaining that they play too many games. It's not his fault. It's not his club's fault. It is.
Mikel Arteta's never complained about fixture congestion.
No. Mikel Arteta has not complained about fixture congestion.
I don't recall, but let's just see. Let's just see if this holds. Let's just see if it holds true.
We're playing this week. We're playing Thursday, Sunday. No one's complaining. We get on with it because guess what? This is what we signed up for. We signed up to be in the Champions League. We signed up to be in the Premier League. We need to be competitive on both sides. We need to take both sides serious.
Listen,
it's the 20th of September at 20:21, 8:21 in the evening. Let's just hope Mikel Arteta keeps that same energy for the rest of the season.
All right, let's move on to the Champions League though. Quickly, Vader, did you have something to say before we move on?
Yeah, I just did a quick Google search and I saw Arteta embarrasses Arsenal with his fixture list complaint. March 19th, 2022.
Oh, man. He's got
literally 1 minute later, it's been debunked.
What did he say?
So just Arsenal News says Arteta embarrasses Arsenal with his fixture list complaints. I haven't clicked and read the rest of the article, but that was the
We played in the Europa League and then we played Aston Villa on a Saturday 12:30 kickoff. We won the game against Aston Villa and we won the game in the Europa League. Big fucking deal.
Okay, the result is the result, but your manager complained about that. Imagine other competitions. Do you think he's going to keep quiet?
No, he's got to move on. He's got to grow a pair.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
I'm keeping the
we
same
all
energy
need to be on the same page, Igal. I need you. I need Rax. I need a mod. Even though, I know you're not playing in Champions League, but I need all of us on the same page being like, this fixture list congestion is getting out of hand. Igal, we got to be on the same page. Come on, man.
Listen, all I know is I remember that game. We beat Aston Villa 1-0. Bukayo Saka scored.
It's not about the result, Igal.
That was the day that we've got Super Mick Arteta was invented. I'll never forget it.
The music.
Anyways, let's go talk about the Champions League.
Listen. If we are gonna talk about Champions League, let's talk about Arsenal versus Atalanta, bro. What are your thoughts on that game? Because I actually didn't hear your thoughts on that game, bro.
Getting a draw away at Atalanta. First game of the Champions League is not the end of the world. I think it's a decent result. I think people need to stop disrespecting European teams and saying, "Oh my God, you drew against Atlanta."
I like that.
No, because I was speaking to one of my coworkers at work, and he's like, "You drew against Atlanta. That's a howler." I'm like, Atlanta won the Europa League. Atlanta beat Liverpool last year.
Atalanta. You're showing you're North American.
They beat.
Atalanta. Four syllables.
Okay, yes. I'm not going to say it again.
Not to be mistaken with the kingdom that obviously is in the sea.
You guys know the team. Long story short, I think people disrespect them. That manager and that team played really well, resolute defensively, and they shut us down in the second half. And they had a better second half than us. First half, we had a lot of chances. We were not clinical on the day, but hey, we come out of there with a clean sheet. And David Raya really stood on his head to make a beautiful double save to help us secure the points on the day. And a point away in your first game of the Champions League is not the end of the world.
A point away to the club that defeated 6-time UCL winners just a season ago. You can't be upset with that. And you did that without
invincible Leverkusen.
Yeah, they also beat an invincible Leverkusen. I know you like that invincible list.
Big up to my guy Leverkusen.
The result's huge, and I think it speaks to Arsenal's maturity with regards to this competition. I know it's a new format, but to be able to get that result without an Odegaard speaks volumes. And Rax just last year was upset to crash out of that. Well, not even this competition, crash out of Europa to these guys, right? So, so it bodes well. Should there be a meltdown? No. Will you or should you expect more? I don't think so. I think Arteta would be really happy with this.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's being serious or if he's just slightly gaslighting.
He is, because he knows what happened in his game.
You know what I mean?
One second. He is, because he knows what happened in his game.
But his game, it was just. But to be honest, his game was just about finishing. If Savinho didn't decide to sky the ball up high, and some players not really just making better decisions when it came just to putting the ball to the back of the net, I think they would have won that game against Inter. I'll be real.
Yeah.
I think Inter showed a lot of people that Man City, when you go to their ground and you're resolute defensively and you can slow down Erling Haaland, you can really frustrate them. And Man City were extremely frustrated by Inter. Inter were solid defensively. And why don't more teams in the Premier League try?
You're pissing me off right now, Egal. No. Egal is no. This is the problem. Let me go, because listen, I find it so funny how Egal can bring up a point like he's never heard it before, like it's just happening for the first time. When you came to the Etihad and we went on the football terrace, and I talked to all of you Arsenal fans and said, listen, you could get at us. You can actually get a positive result at us if you choose to attack us. And you guys were like, oh, no, you just want Arsenal to open up so that you could beat us 3-4-1. No, we're saying, listen, if you show some guts, you can actually get a result. Inter didn't do anything different than we've been saying. We're not perfect defensively. We do commit forward. We do commit players forward, and we can get caught on the counter. Now, if Inter were a little more polished with their finish, I think they get some positive results. If we, again, like was mentioned, if we had our shooting boots, Savinho did his thing, Gundogan did his thing, even Foden coming on as a sub, and had he maybe put a better shot on net, we kind of we want. But you can't play turtle, defend for your lives for 90 minutes. No, you're not going to win against
No. I'm encouraging a lot of the teams in the Premier League who are incapable of going toe-to-toe with Man City to take this approach to try to get them to drop points throughout the season. Because a lot of teams come to your ground already defeated, and they basically don't even try. And in the first couple of minutes, you guys score a goal, then they're chasing, and the game is done. I think if more people came to the ground expecting to at least try to leave with a point, you would see more. You'd drop more points. You drop more points home and away.
We've been saying that. We've been saying Brentford's not an anomaly. Spurs not an anomaly. Even Chelsea, that's not an anomaly.
There's a difference though. Spurs, when they used to beat you, they have Son and Kane who are elite finishers. They only
but they didn't defend for their lives like you did.
Oh, they did defend for their lives. I watched some of those games. You had like 26 shots to like 5 at some of those games, and Tottenham still beat you. It was weird.
You only had 6 shots against us. You guys move the same way. All I'm saying is, listen, if teams decide to defend, I get it.
But I encourage them to.
Yeah, of course. But you can take your chances to try and score, which you didn't show to have when you played us last season. That was the only point trying to be made. Sorry, Rack.
Hey, there's many different ways to win a game.
This is true, but half the time when City do drop points, people come out and say, "Oh, see what can happen when people come out and try and attack City, right?" And then, all of a sudden, a team defends, and then, then maybe the people should do this because they can. If they hold out for a draw, they can get a point off City. No, but what I'm saying is, City are one of the best teams, if not the best team in Europe. Teams that takes the points off them, sometimes they will defend, and sometimes they will attack. Mm-hmm. There's no relation, in my opinion. It's more dangerous to defend for your life because you're realistically at that point you're giving away any opportunities you have of potentially winning a game.
I know, but Rack, some people show up to Man City away and they just say, "Here, take the 3 points."
No, they don't. No one does that.
You know what my issue is?
Some of these teams just show up there and get slapped. Like they don't even try.
My one of my issues is just that I get you guys can defend really well. You've got a good defense. I just don't think your style works because I don't think your attack is lethal enough to make that essentially tactic work. I think barring Saka, I don't think Gabriel Jesus is clinical enough to do that for you. Martinelli so far has not been clinical enough for you. Havertz right now not been so clinical enough for you.
Strictly about Arsenal yet.
No, I know, but like I understand, but I'm just speaking about just the use of the tactic.
There's a lot of City Arsenal conversations we're gonna have. I just want to stay on the Champions League quickly. One more thing. Is AC Milan the worst set piece team in Europe? Because I don't know about you guys, but they conceded 2 goals to Liverpool from set
They've
pieces.
been bad, by the way. They've had a bad second half of the season last year when I was watching them. They've had a really bad start to the season right now. They're about to face Inter Milan, which is about to crash it on them like 5-4-0. Pablo Fonseca's not been making it work out at all. Tomori, post the injury that he had for them, has not been the same guy. Pavlovic, the guy that was next to him, he's not AC Milan level. Let's just put it like that. You've got the 2 midfielders that were next to Fofana. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the same thing I used to say about Chelsea, loves to dribble too much, hogs the ball too much, cannot release it at the right time. Same thing could be said about the other midfielder, Reinders. He was poor last season. The Euros hid his frailties as well. If you know, you know. And, Morata is Morata. That's the answer. I felt sorry for him slightly, though, because he basically got no service and was against Van Dijk. So, it's a long day at the office, really, for him.
Yo, this is the funniest insult I ever heard in my life. Man said my head shape is like Charmander.
Oh, my.
Right.
Damn. But yeah, man, Leao, bro, I can't lie, man. Leao, man, he needs to leave that club. The sooner he leaves that club, the better for his own development. Because
I think I got to give Liverpool credit on one thing. I don't think anybody thought Gravenberch would make this leap already so far. Most improved player so far. Big up, Mel. Hope you're doing well. Happy belated. I know it was your birthday. What was it, last week? Happy belated birthday. But yeah, continue.
Wait. We're hyping Gravenberch?
Yeah, Gravenberch has been one of the most improved players this season so far.
I think
again, it's a bit too soon to say that right now, isn't it?
Yeah. But first of all, AC Milan are awful. They're awful. So I don't think this is necessarily a good measure of us as a team. Obviously, we did what we needed to do, and it was a good performance. I thought Gakpo was good, and yeah, Gravenberch. Look, I didn't really believe in Gravenberch, and he's proving me wrong. He's absolutely proving me wrong. Way to go just yet. He's surprised me, but. Okay. Bigger test will come against strong opposition, and then we'll see. But in terms of his start of the season, I kind of asked for any more. He's been impressive, and long may it continue.
You know what? Before Vader goes, quickly, did you hear about Alisson's injury, bro?
Yeah.
Is there any leg to it? Is it actually serious?
Alisson Becker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently Slot said something like. He had a minor muscle injury before the Milan game, and he felt
in the Milan game,
and he played him anyways.
And he played, and then he felt it a bit afterwards as well. So we'll see. I mean,
is he out for his Bournemouth, or is it just uncertain?
We don't know. It depends what they mean by minor. Minor could be he'll be
1 week or 2 weeks.
Can you talk to your Liverpool pundits and everything? Can you find out if it's anything related to the injuries that kept them out last season?
Give me 5.
All right. Thanks.
All right. And before we go any further, thoughts on the game versus Bournemouth? Big W. What are you saying? Clean sheet.
Yeah. I mean, look, we need to rectify the awful performance that was Nottingham Forest.
Who's tougher, Bournemouth or Forest?
No, they're at home. Surely they can't lose 2 games at home.
Yeah, we haven't played Bournemouth yet, but Forest came with a game plan. As Igal said, they sat back, they absorbed punishment, and they did what they needed to do. It was a smash and grab. But I'm not going to complain about it, because ultimately, if those are tactics, all's fair in love and war and football. That's my poetry out of the way.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna try to go through each team, but I think the Liverpool section we can kind of breeze past it. I think there's not much more to be said. But Chelsea play West Ham, and I don't know if you guys heard, Chelsea got another major injury. Reece James is out again. What on earth is going on with that guy, bro?
Reece James not out again. He's not out again. It's just that injury hasn't healed as it thought it would. So they're just gonna let him sit out for a little bit more. He's not. He's not.
Okay.
He's not.
No, can we please? I don't want any Reece James injury news. That's not news.
Yeah, that's not real news. Like, the injury.
The news is when he's fit.
So why are they mentioning it? Why?
No. So reason why it's supposed to be mentioned is because he was actually meant to be essentially playing in our last game after the international break. So like that was the plan after he got initially injured, but apparently the injury has not healed enough, and now essentially what's happened is
he has no timetable to return.
Yeah, exactly. So he's basically indefinitely out. But again, at the end of the day, bro, I don't really count on Reece James anyway. So the guy that I count is Malo Gusto. Sadly, he's not going to be 100% ready for this game, but he'll be back for me against Barnsley. Probably where he'll get his minutes to get back to form. So at the end of the day, man, game's the game. We've got to keep on pushing, and hopefully I don't see Disasi there again. Maybe he plays that new younger up and coming right back that you've got that's really talented at Chempong in that right back role against West Ham.
I can't keep track of these Chelsea players.
No, Chempong is an academy player. Chempong is an academy player.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he's been out of academy for a long time. He played last season actually, funny enough.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the team photo. It didn't look like they had 60 players.
So yeah, because we have a 25-man squad like every other normal team. You know what I mean? I don't know where he came from. 40 people going to be playing for Chelsea, but 25-man squad.
Normal team, he said.
You know what I mean? Look at this. You see what I mean? People just trying to, this is what people thought the squad was going to be like. You know what I mean?
No, but on a serious note,
they got 11 goalkeepers. That was 11 goalkeepers.
You know what I mean?
They're all twins too.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It is. Yeah, that was funny on Twitter. But yeah, people are saying it's a lame joke. It's a funny joke. By the way, I think you guys do well against West Ham, but West Ham have been a bad hunting ground for you. Could you see
it's only been really
West Ham?
It's only literally been what's it called, away that you haven't won for a while. And to be honest, it was under Moyes'
This is an away game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Away at literally this Olympic Stadium. But as I said before, it was probably it's been in the Moyes era essentially. They've not really started well this season. They've not been that great. I think this is a sort again, and I think last week what I saw from Chelsea was that they were able to, even when we were playing really poor, weren't able to make things work against Bournemouth. We were able to get that win. You know what I mean? That's something that we weren't able to do last season. Under Pochettino, where sometimes we struggle just to get over the edge when we needed to. So I think against West Ham, it's going to be a good performance. I really think we're going to do really well against West Ham, actually. So I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to draw that game, but maybe people are just going to say I'm a Chelsea hater and I'm always going to think you guys drop points. But West Ham is a formidable side. Their attack is going to...
Are you going to deny that accusation, Nigo? Are you going to deny it?
I think their attack is a lot more dangerous than West Ham.
No, not that. No. Don't listen, really.
Yep.
That's not the question. You're like Donald Trump. I'm asking you one question, you're answering another question.
Exactly, bro. Come on.
What was it?
Are you a Chelsea hater?
Am I a Chelsea hater? No, I dabble with Chelsea hate.
Oh, you're right.
The reality is, bro. Yeah, we can admit that West Ham have not played good. Like I think that's the simple truth. Even with the new attacks back then they've got, they're still playing the same guys. By the way, Antonio is still playing for them. Bowen is still playing for them, and then you're hearing they brought some of all these new guys not played at all for them. So.
No, but my point is they're better than Bournemouth, and if they press you guys and win the ball high up the pitch, I back them to finish some of those chances that you guys gave Bournemouth.
Oh, that's fair enough then. I hear that.
All right. Anyways, Jay is going to join us in a bit. We're going to start the Man City Arsenal conversation, right?
Wait, Jay back from holiday.
Yeah, Jay's back from Ibiza. The guy went to Ibiza. He was chilling. Hey, we got a friend of the show, Blaze, in the building. Egal hasn't predicted a Chelsea win. So
yeah, it's my guy Blaze, man.
I got Blaze. Blaze with the deep pockets, yeah.
By the way, Blaze, I will say this: that is not necessarily true. I actually backed Chelsea to win, not the first game of the season versus Man City, but when was it? 1 second, let me just go back to your fixtures. I backed you guys to win against. I'm trying to just look at your fixtures because
Crystal Palace was the second game, wasn't it?
Crystal Palace second game.
Wolves. Probably Wolves.
Yeah,
we had Wolves. Crystal Palace, now Bournemouth, and now obviously West Ham is the next game.
I had you guys to beat Serbia. You did that. I had you guys to beat. I had you guys to beat. One second. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? I had you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, on a real though, he might be onto something because I said you're gonna drop points to Wolves. I said you're gonna drop points to Crystal Palace. I said you're gonna drop points to Bournemouth. So far, I haven't said you're gonna drop points every game.
Yeah, you're a hater.
He's right. He's onto me. Yo, Blaze, you're locked in. I'll give it to you. You're locked in. Since the season started, I don't think I predicted one Chelsea win. He's right. He's right. Fucking hell. I need to start predicting Chelsea wins. No one's gonna take my take serious anymore. Anyways, let's go on to City versus Arsenal. Yeah, talking about taking my take serious. I think we know the secret to stopping City. Am I crazy? Am I crazy, guys?
Opium, man.
Before we talk about the game itself, let's just talk about some of the injuries. What's going on with Kevin De Bruyne? We know Odegaard's out, but what's going on with KDB? Is it mind games?
Probably
No. KDB came off the pitch injured he came off in the second half.
Is he actually out for this game though?
He's questionable. Pep said he might play, but when Pep kind of does the might play, then I expect him not to be starting, and only if it's like a necessary must-win comeback like we did versus Newcastle will he touch that pitch. I don't think we see KDB in this game.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola on KDB said it feels a bit better today. Tomorrow we'll train and we'll see. He could be involved.
Yeah,
his words are a little bit more understanding, I think.
Yeah. I would say don't expect KDB as a City fan. If rivals Arsenal fans want to be like, no, he's playing, let's prepare and be ready to see him. That's up to you. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't touch the pitch at all.
What other players do you have that are potentially going to be out for this game?
Savinho may not start because he got subbed off as well. That's a few games now where he's had a few like nicks and had to come off, didn't play a full 90.
Oscar Bob, and that's it.
Savinho, man. I don't know, man. Maybe obviously, I don't think his body's obviously gotten used to the league yet, and I think that's what it really is with him. But
Hey, no one should start trying to label. No, Foden's back.
Okay.
Foden was playing literally.
Foden came on because of KDB's injury. I think. I think we're obviously Oscar Bob's out for the remainder. We've got Savinho kind of questionable. We got KDB that's kind of questionable. Other than that, I think we're good to go.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys.
I mean, unlike Arsenal, we're not missing our best player. You guys are missing our best player.
Arsenal injury updates is Odegaard's out. Zinchenko has a calf injury. Moreno hasn't kicked the ball for us yet because Gabriel injured him in the first training session. And
which Gabriel? Center back Gabriel?
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Oh, this guy's a joker.
Yeah. And Takehiro Tomiyasu, he's always has some sort of issue. Now, I'm not going to really complain too much. Creativity wise, we're gonna have a concern. We're gonna struggle creatively. I think this is where Ahmed wanted to talk about earlier. How is Arsenal going to create? Arsenal struggle creatively without Martin Odegaard. We're going to have to find a solution, another way of creating. Our most creative player is probably now Bukayo Saka. So do we lean on Bukayo Saka even more? Do we play? What do we do specifically?
How do you lean on him even more? What do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
On a practical level,
you play through the right hand side a little bit more. You try to have more overloads on that right hand side.
Why can't he play centrally? Where's his adaptability like a Foden? Why does he have to be
he's
stuck
a winger.
on that right
he's
way?
Not really a central midfielder.
Yeah, he's limited. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
No, he's not limited.
He is limited.
Don't buy it, Don't buy it. You're above this.
One second. Don't do this. Because Man City fans are the first people, when Foden has a bad game as a left winger or a right winger, they say that's not his natural position. And now you're saying take one of the best right wingers and play him out of position. I just think we have other options. I'm not saying play Ethan in this game against Man City, but that's an option. We're going to have Kai Havertz who can play in the 10. We also played Trossard last game against Tottenham in the 10. You can do the same thing as as we did last time, and now have Jorginho and Rice. All I know is I don't know if Partey's who do we play in the midfield? Is it going to be Declan Rice, Partey, and Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, Partey, Trossard, Declan Rice, Partey, Ethan.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question?
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Hold on.
I want to ask you a question.
Before we move on.
My solution to creativity is, instead of trying to create through the middle with Martin Odegaard, why not use more overloads on either wing and try to get your fullbacks more involved?
But the whole point is your fullbacks are basically like your basically playing the centre backs. You know what I mean? So,
no. But one second.
Ahead.
You're a Chelsea fan. You've seen Ben White get 2 goals against you. You know our fullbacks can get involved.
Wow.
But again, I'm actually trying to make the point that the way you are playing right now against Man City is not about whether he's going to overlap or not. He's probably going to be really defensive, right? He's not going to probably overlap for a guy like a Saka, and then Timber similarly for whoever it is in Martinelli. So like that's the point I'm trying to make.
You know what? Creativity might not be the issue for this game. This game is going to be cagey. It's going to come down to probably a set piece or 1 or 2 chances. I think the creativity issues might be more glaring if we cannot create against the Leicesters and the Southamptons. You know what I mean? Man City game, we might not have to worry about creativity.
Wait, no, hold on. I know this is your show, Miguel, but you can't ask the question and then answer the question yourself. When you ask if creativity is going to be an issue, I believe without an Odegaard, yes, it will be an issue. So what you're going to point out is, what is Mikel Arteta going to do? Is he going to set up to play attacking, maybe expansive football?
We're not playing attacking football.
Exactly. So being creative in your attacking opportunities that will happen will be rare and will need a level of quality. I think you're going to struggle with that regardless, because you're going to be defensive minded. Now, the reason why I brought up Saka, I wasn't trying to goat you into something. I wasn't trying to bait you into something. I was just pointing out because he's been compared to Foden a lot. You know the comparison. You used to do it yourself. But if Saka is that guy, arguably your best player now that Odegaard's not around, maybe getting him more involved, not isolated on that right wing, is an opportunity. Maybe him showing the versatility that you've seen from a Gabriel Jesus, maybe a versatility where you've seen maybe Martinelli move across the pitch, or Trossard. Why maybe get an 8 version of Saka centrally, more creative, more of an attacking player than a 10 on the wing, right? Because maybe you involve more players, more opportunity for Mikel Arteta to have a stronger, balanced team. That's the only point I'm trying to make. Now, again, you say keep him out on that right wing, maybe involve more players. Cool. But I was trying to point out what I've seen in the past is a Foden maybe sacrificing his game a little bit for other players to be more complete as a squad, as a team.
Exactly.
That's it.
I think your most creative player on the pitch can't sacrifice his game to then limit us even more. I think that's.
Can we get
left and right versus just being creative on the right hand side?
No, but we have a problem because a lot of our creative midfielders right now, one Ethan is very young. I don't know if he's going to throw him in this game versus Man City. Number 2, Rice, Jorginho, and the third person. It's only the second game without Martin Odegaard. We haven't gotten accustomed to playing without him yet. So it is a situation where we need to still figure out how we're going to play. That's why I think he played Trossard in midweek. That's why I think he played Havertz in midweek versus Atalanta. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do. But I would expect Havertz to start up top, maybe go back to what we did against Tottenham and play, Trossard in the 10, and have Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Trossard. And the way defensively, it's going to be kind of awkward. I don't know. It's going to be weird. We're gonna have to figure it out.
It's gonna be a great matchup. This is a title clash, right? These are the 2 title contenders, title chasers. Sorry, Rack, you're not involved. But this is the 2 clubs that are gonna be.
He could be involved. Come on.
What?
He could be involved.
What do you mean he could be involved?
Are you calling him a title pretender?
No, I don't even think he's claiming title. He's not claiming title. So there's no pretending.
We have a reduced chance of winning the title. We're winning the Champions League instead.
Ooh, there you go.
See, Vader, you thought you had me there. You thought you had me that little box.
This guy.
Vader,
I got you to say
we're gonna get into the game now, but I want to ask you a question. Erling Haaland has scored 9 of your 11 goals to start the Premier League campaign.
Yeah.
Isn't that concerning?
Please expand on that. why would a man scoring
Listen, halfway through asking that question, I knew exactly where Gal was going to go with that. It was just so obvious. It was so.
my goodness. Why would him scoring 9 goals to start the season be concerning?
I'm just saying, you have a situation where you have a situation where you have one player scoring a bulk of your goals. You're not really spreading out the goals. It's early in the season, but only 2 goals have come from other players. Maybe you're not getting a lot of goals across the pitch right now. You haven't. Who's the 2 other goal scorers? If I'm not mistaken, is it Bernardo Silva scored both of them, or one is KDB?
No, I think it's KDB and Bernardo, if I'm
Yeah.
correct.
So, and especially if KDB is also out in this game, so you're one of your creative chiefs will be out. And could you guys be a situation where it's a little bit one-dimensional and you stop Erling Haaland, you potentially stop Man City?
Yeah, no, I mean that is a potential concern, to think that no one else will step up to score if Haaland doesn't get those opportunities. But my thinking is he's scoring because he's made available to score, right? He's not really making a lot of something out of nothing. So if you're taking him away from his opportunities, I think that commitment, whether it's going to be Saliba or maybe the best center back pairing in the league, if it's the two of them, then someone else is freed up. So I'm really hoping, the way you kind of went through who you would hope to start for your game, I would hope to have Foden back and him being involved, because I think if you're going to choose to take Haaland away, I think Foden steps up. I think Bernardo Silva steps up. And like you mentioned, with regards to the 9 goals of the 11, I've also won these games without Foden on that pitch and without Rodri. The fact that those 2 players are back, and we know, Rodri getting late winners versus your club in past seasons, I would like my chances with Rodri and Foden, and maybe goals coming elsewhere if Haaland doesn't happen to score. But
I think on Sunday,
Right.
if we neutralize Haaland, we have a really good chance to go on to win that
We're probably
game.
going to neutralize Haaland. Like, I don't even think that's even a question, to be honest. Like, if I'm at least from my perspective.
Yeah, from the last
But-
3 games we did that.
Yeah. So for me, the question is just going to
what
become:
about the last 5
is
games?
Bukayo
But you can't say it's
Kyle
no
Tucker's
question.
available.
You can
Listen,
say, but
honestly, no, the question I was going to ask you.
There's no question. There's no question that's
Listen,
going to happen.
the question is going to be, and I'm just going to say it like this, will Bukayo Saka rise up, and give us, a moment of brilliance? That's what I'm asking for, man. That's all I'm asking for, because pretty much he's going to be the man that also really going to be relying upon, not Havertz, not Martinelli, not Gabriel Jesus. You're going to rely on him, and you need to. I'll be honest, you need a hazard movement from him. I'll be serious with you, probably from the right hand side, where. If you get what I mean, like, that's what you probably need from him. That guy that can just
Yeah, you can't have another Bernardo Silva locking up Saka like he did in previous seasons. You can't have one of those. Saka's gonna have to show up.
Hey, Nathan Ake is not playing. City fans might be upset.
Nathan Ake is not playing. We got
Okay, so who have they got? They still got Akanji. They still got Ruben Diaz. Kivardia. It's not like they're losing anything. You know what I mean? I hate to say it to you, bro. My brother, but like, it's like. How much are they losing?
I don't think the man of the match in this game is going to be an attacker for either team. I think the man of the match in this game is going to be.
Don't worry, man. I've already planned the dinner.
You guys prepare yourselves for Haram football, Inter 2.0.
I'm not watching the game, by the way. I planned myself to go for dinner.
If it's a boring game, I'm blaming you. You go.
Hey, blame me, because that means we would have got some points out of it. The only reason
no. Just because it's boring doesn't mean you're going to get points. But I'm going to say, if the game's boring and it's not marquee, it's not the flagship game for the Prem, it's because of Arsenal and how they show up coming to the Etihad.
No, the game of the week is Chelsea West Ham. That's going to be more entertaining. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck.
I personally
title contender.
The more entertaining game is going to be the late night, the 12:30 kickoff. Or who's Man United playing? Crystal Palace, Man United.
That's going to be 5:30.
Crystal Palace, Man United dropping points at Selhurst Park. That will be more entertaining than what happens on Sunday. I'm telling you right now, be prepared for Sunday for Arsenal to go out or go there and be like, you guys have Erling Haaland, we have Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. We're gonna come there, set up a block, chill, and if we come out and snatch a point, we snatch a point. If we come out, we snatch all 3 points, we snatch all 3 points. But one thing we're not doing, we're not coming there to lose. We're not coming there to take an L.
I'm going to anyone who's going to a football game to lose. That doesn't even make sense, right?
No,
You know
I'm
what,
saying,
man? At least try and
all
get
I'm
right.
saying-
we're not gonna risk. No, I'm saying we're not going to
Yeah.
risk opening up too much to get exposed, especially with the lack of creativity that we have in our team.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna say, guys? Yeah, I just don't want to see, when the game ends 0-0. Yes, Arsenal, well done. You know what I mean? I don't want to see. I don't want to see that, guys. Innit? You know what I mean? I don't want to be seeing, yes, come on, Arsenal, what a draw. Like, listen, I am never celebrating a draw.
Bro, if we get a draw away at City,
that is
I'm gonna clap
uncelebrable.
the players. I'm gonna say I'm proud. I'm gonna
Come on, man. We can't do that,
A
bro.
draw-
We can't do that, man.
No,
If we get a draw away at City, I'm gonna clap the
can't
players.
celebrate a draw.
One second, guys. I want to reintroduce.
a draw away at City.
I want to reintroduce the two brothers who were on vacation. We had Jay, who was on vacation, and we also had Ches, who was on vacation. And they just wanted to come and they wanted to talk about this also. Bring more balance, because I'm a little bit too Arsenal biased, obviously. But hey, overall, call me crazy. I think we stopped.
I'm gonna call you crazy. I don't even know what the point is, but I'm gonna call you.
No, my point.
It's irrelevant where we're going with this point.
Jay, my point is we stopped Erling Haaland. We basically neutralized Man City.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. If I meet Nicole Scherzinger, all I need to do is convince her to marry me. Simple enough.
Who?
You know what I mean?
Who's that?
Nothing to worry about. Just semantics. The whole convincing her to marry me thing. The whole stopping Haaland thing. No, seriously, like Gabriel, Saliba, they're doing their thing. Haaland isn't Dom Solanke. Like I hear you guys. I'm appreciating the 4-6 formation that you mans have been rocking in the last couple of games. The lowest block of all time. Do you know what I mean? And when you came to our place, because obviously Partey and Jorginho can't run, you even lowered the space, so it was a low block. But I like it. It's cool. You guys are doing your thing. Eventually, you're going to have to start playing football again. One of these days.
Oh, look at Jay. Yeah.
that was a naughty jab, He said.
But hey, maybe we can do that once we're facing a little bit easier opposition at home versus Leicester. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He said, yeah, we'll lift the block for Leicester.
Yeah, there you go. And we also got Ches in the building. Ches, bro, how you been, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm back from holiday, man. I'm good. How's everyone doing?
My sounds depressed,
Nah, I'm good. All good.
Chilling. Yo, by the way, we're talking about the City Arsenal game, but before we get into that, Chelsea win this weekend versus West Ham?
Not sure. Tough one to call, but I'll back my team, but it's tough.
West Ham. I think we're going to beat them.
West Ham at home.
West Ham at home.
Oh, man, this is the thing. Everybody thinks
kickoff.
we're going to win, which makes you think we're going to lose.
I think against Bournemouth,
everyone's
bro,
predicted to
after
win,
the Bournemouth performance, after that Bournemouth win, bro, I think we can squeak one against West Ham.
I hear that mentality
thing. To the start, though.
Yeah.
Everyone was glazing.
And the thing is, Ches, bro, West Ham have been really poor. They've been really poor, bro.
Guys, this is. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to.
We've been down this road before with West Ham. We've been down this road, and I don't like this road. I avoid it.
But the thing is, they had Moyes in it, Ches. They had Moyes there. Now they've got
Ches, what are you saying though?
Maybe changed.
Because fun fact here, I've been there 3 times in a row, not to be 1 W. I'm not going tomorrow, so hopefully that gives me some lucky.
Whoa! I thought Ches was short for chest. What are you talking about? Not having.
Wow, wait.
That's a good play on words.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah,
that was really quick.
That was expression.
I'll say 2-1 though. I'll say 2-1 Chelsea just to back my team, but don't be surprised if you get a draw.
All right, guys, let's get into it. The Man City Arsenal game. Really, what do you guys think is going to happen? Let's start with Rack. Rack hasn't said a word on this game yet.
With Chelsea West Ham or
no,
Arsenal?
Man City Arsenal, bro.
Man City Arsenal. I have a feeling Arsenal are going to stink the place out and get away with a draw again.
I love it. What are you saying?
This guy says I love it.
I personally would say probably 1-0 Man City. I'm gonna say 1-0 Man City. I think this draw thing's been going on for too long now. Stuff has got to change. So
right.
I think 1-0.
Ches, you came on here to talk Arsenal. I seen your video Talk to me. What you saying?
No, not all games. The game, what score prediction or how things gonna go?
Just thoughts, because I seen your TikTok. You're like, Arsenal in trouble. We need to see you guys play well now.
No. The thing is, I think why I get onto some Arsenal fans is celebrating draws and the context around it. So my thing is if I go into a game as not the favourites into a game and I set up defensively, I need to kind of own that if I get a result. What I'm not going to do is set up defensively, be the team who's not the favourites, and then celebrate setting up defensively when you get a result. You kind of got like roll the punches sort of thing. So my thing is, if
You're
Arsenal
saying don't celebrate if you get a point away at City.
I'm saying if you go to set up in a way where you're good enough to be defensive and get the result, I don't think we should overblow it too much in the terms of like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Well done. Like you're better than sitting back. Like, you don't have to sit back to get a result.
Okay, but what if we keep a clean sheet away at City?
No, I don't think a draw is a bad result.
Don't win. Ends up 0-0. 6 games. Then what is that? 5 games into the season, you conceded 1 game. You've gotten 2 draws, and what? 3 wins?
No. Literally, go. If you get a draw, no one's going to say it's a bad result. But the only issue is in the narrative around it. We're not going to go celebrate a draw now, because the irony is that draw could have been the difference between you winning and losing the league last season. So then you could also tell me other games, but I could argue if you were to beat Man City head to head, that gives you a lot of an advantage psychologically and literally mathematically anyway.
Yeah, let me add to what Chez is saying. He's been on vacation. I think he's had some time to meditate. It looks like he got some sun. He looks healthy. You know what I mean? Detox the body.
Trim, he's got his trim done.
Yeah, he's got the clean trim. I see it. Now, Miguel, this is what you often ignore, and I'm glad that Rack is on the panel today, because when you were looking at it, you're trying to big brother me. You're trying to say, this rivalry versus Liverpool, it really didn't mean anything. But the difference is they didn't come to the Etihad saying we're defending for a draw. We didn't go to Anfield saying we're defending for a draw.
They came
in our pump, when we were going for the title, we said we're going to go after you. At a certain point, when the game looked like, okay, it's not going to go either way, then you can kind of concede. We'll leave here with a point. But neither of us went into the game setting up defensively for a draw. So when Chez is talking about the mentality, you guys can't come to the Etihad and set up defensively and say, we come here with a draw, everything's good. That's the wrong mentality. Now, if you fight, and I'm not saying expand, open up your legs and all the kind of nonsense you guys want to break out. But yeah, pause. But I'm just saying, you go out and you try to get the 3 points and end up with the draw, it's calm. But setting up for a draw from the jump, nah, that's weak. That's what Roger was trying to tell you guys.
No, I think you Man City guys are trying to play psychological warfare, honestly. No. Like, I'm not taking it. I'm not listening.
Rax, come on, please.
Because I heard Big Steve say this also. If Brentford can come to our ground and play that way, if Brentford can come to our ground and play that way, you guys should play that way. No, we don't play that way. We don't have right now a team that is going to be able to play the way that we'd want to play against you guys. And also, we've tried to play against you guys that way in the past. One second, let me just finish. We've tried to come to your ground and play expansive football. We lost 4-1. So since then, we're like, the way to beat Man City is not to try to go toe-to-toe with them offensively, is to try to beat them defensively and smash them.
This is the issue. This is the issue, Agal. The issue is, against all the big teams you faced away, you have the same approach, and it's not working, right?
It is working.
Do you know how I know this? Because in the Champions League, your array record is very, very, very poor. Against the big teams away, I think the only team you beat was Spurs. So the way you play, when you play in big teams and just sitting back, you can only do so much sitting back against big teams. You actually need to have either clinical finishers or you need to adapt to approaching the game. And my only issue with the Arsenal team is...
Wait, we beat Man United last year too. What are you talking about?
Man United are a big team. They're not playing like a big team.
But you just counted Spurs as a big team.
No, I'm saying that's a rivalry though. That's like North London. Anything can happen, isn't it? I'm saying.
Come on, bro. You're picking and choosing.
Even so, yeah, my point remains the same. You can't sit back against all these big teams in the Champions League the Man Cities, the Liverpools, even Chelsea in good form, let's say Liverpool, whatever it is, and expect the same results because you can only do so much defending in the game, and you don't have clinical finishes. No one here rates for attack.
Yeah,
you don't rate for attack.
I know, but it's early in the season. You guys are making it seem
No, I'm saying this from last season too. Against the big teams in the Champions League and in the league, you relied on very much Saka or Odegaard. If they don't turn up, you don't really do well in that game.
Chaz, can I also co-sign with the fact that when Spurs had Conte and would play a certain kind of football, a man would tell me on a weekly basis, this isn't sustainable, Jay. This kind of football is not sustainable. And you were right to an extent. But the thing is Odegaard's going to be out gone for what, 2-3 months? So you either need to start playing Ethan and start trusting him, or acknowledge the fact that, why did you get rid of Vieira and Smith Rowe then? If you're gonna really not try and play football, are you just gonna say next time you go Brighton away, you go West Ham away, are you guys gonna go and play? Are you actually gonna go play, or are you gonna go there and try and nick a set win?
Exactly.
Like, you guys are gonna have to open up again soon.
Yeah, you got to be objective with this one. What we're saying actually makes sense.
Listen, one thing, I just want to rebuttal quickly by saying one thing. It's only the second game we've played without Martin Odegaard since he got injured, and there's still a lot of tinkering to be done. Why are we making it seem like this is the be on end all how we're going to play for the rest of the season?
You did this in the Champions League with Odegaard, and you didn't win.
When did we do this in the Champions League with Martin Odegaard?
You didn't sit back against Bayern.
Bro, we went away.
No, don't do this.
We went away to Bayern. One second. Yeah. We went away to Bayern, and if I'm not mistaken, in that whole second half, we were chasing the game. We were attacking a lot. It wasn't a situation where we were just sitting back the whole game.
No. Listen, listen.
I've got this is kind of slightly diverting the point in one direction, because I was talking to my friend who's an Arsenal season ticket holder about this the other day, and so Gabriel Martinelli, obviously highly touted, young player, and I think by most people, despite the fact Arsenal had a very good season last year, you could argue they challenged for the title and all that kind of stuff. He didn't have a great season, right? And now we're going into the second season, and you've lost Odegaard, and now literally, you like you mentioned earlier, arguably all your attacking hopes are on Saka's shoulders. I haven't heard that much questioning about Odegaard. Maybe I'm not in Arsenal circles in the same way that you are, Gal, but that should be concerning, right? And even when Trossard comes, he's okay. He has an impact off the bench, but when you ask him to start, he kind of flattens to save a little bit.
He kind of slaps against.
When you started with Martinelli, I'm just going to say Martinelli has been a little bit off the form.
Can I take some of the credit? One second. Because he deserves Brian Johnson's abuse.
A little bit off within 2 years.
Give him Brian Johnson's abuse.
A little bit off.
Let me give you a fact.
Martinelli right now.
Bro, Chaz, I got a fact for you. Yeah, Mudryk has had a better output than Martinelli. Mudryk has had better output than Martinelli last season. Mudryk has better output than Martinelli. Deep that. Mudryk had a better output than
guys. I'm just gonna say at this moment in time, he's not doing well. He needs to improve, but he's making the right runs. He's getting in the right places. I just need to see him start kind of producing end product. That's the honest fact. If we start seeing him produce the end products,
I can say that for Mudryk.
No, but he is getting in the right positions. He's getting in the goal scoring opportunities. He's getting one-on-ones. He's just missing them. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, fair enough. But I like the level of support. Listen, we all have players in our teams that we have to support like that. Chess, you know this.
Yeah, you got to support
as well as I do. There's players that we have to support.
But how much longer can he support Martinelli, bro?
Away his ball strike.
The thing is, before you go,
we were supposed to sign Nico Williams. We were supposed to sign somebody who's going to be an upgrade on Martinelli regardless. So
what do you mean? You went for Mudryk.
Before you go, Chess, but my issue is,
we're supposed to strengthen our attack. We ended up signing Trossard, who was an upgrade.
So you think there's a reason why he wanted Mudryk?
Yeah.
The reason why he wanted Mudryk, he wanted another winger. We only had a limit. Guys, we didn't have that many attackers. With Leandro Trossard in the team before we signed Kai Havertz, I don't know why Vader's shaking his head. Vader, why are you shaking your head? Your winger options are not that great either.
I just wanted to say quickly, before you go, because I wanted to speak, and I wanted to say this.
Doku's not saying much. Like, I don't know why my man's talking like.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Show any level of.
Hey, Vader, don't buy. You don't need to buy.
Like, he's not even a. You know what? I just leave Beetlejuice alone. Anyways, what are you saying?
I want to just say, like, the reality is, bro, like, you know, when you're trying to win a title, bro, you can't have a certain player that's starting for you on a regular basis, that's thinking out the pitch, bro, and you're trying to earn points. And then if there's a chance that happens to come to him and he misses it, and then you lose the 3 points that you need, it's on him.
But I think you guys are jumping the gun. Last season, we had the same problem at this point of the season. We haven't We haven't gelled yet.
If you want to go for a title,
bro, let me finish. Let me finish. We're 5 games into the season. You're not going to be here.
No, Jay, one second. No one. My point, I've been consistent about Arsenal since last year, so you can't tell me about 5 games in the season. I've been telling you, man, about Mikel Arteta's decision making for a whole year, and the Arsenal cronies.
What decision making? What's the issue?
They get their socks out and start getting excited for no reason.
No.
Okay,
one second.
Your manager,
Arteta's getting dragged for what?
Bro. You have to let me explain, because I've been reading stuff, knowledge. Your fan base will back Arteta, right? He's man for the job. He's the same guy who vetoed Smith Rowe, Vieira leaving, and I think he's done that because he believes the attack and midfield is good enough from what he has. You disagree with him. Do you know why? Because you want Nico Williams and you don't want to play Kai Havertz in midfield.
He wanted Nico Williams also.
But guess what, when Odegaard went, which injuries happen, by the way, for every single team, who did he put in midfield? Kai Havertz.
You're going to have to play Kane. You're going to play Ethan.
That's why we haven't played him yet. That's what I'm saying.
I know. We're going to ease him in. Listen, guys, 5 games into the season. No need for massive conclusions. At the end of the day, if we go and beat Man City, all of you guys are going to sit here Sunday say, you know what, hands up, Arsenal's doing their thing. And what we're doing right now is we're looking unbeatable defensively. Teams are going to struggle.
No, don't believe the stupid hype that's coming from the football terrace that you look unbeatable defensively.
Football terrace has nothing to do with this. Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Can I give you guys one second? Can I give you guys a stat? You know Chelsea's defensive record when they scored 15 goals in a season? Their away record for that season in the calendar year, they conceded like 7 goals, right? So far this calendar year.
You said talking about a season, but then you talked about a calendar year. I don't understand. There's a difference, right?
Okay. Let me find it for you guys, because basically Arsenal right now are on a better pace when it comes to conceding goals away from home than Chelsea were in the season when they broke their goal scoring record. And my point is, defensively, what we're doing right now is up there with some of the best in Premier League history.
Okay,
we just haven't gone over the line.
Yet. You haven't proven it over a season yet, so we're just doing semantics.
That's true, but the underlying numbers are telling us.
You know what, Agal? Chelsea will go unbeaten the rest of the season when we win the league. We're on track to go unbeaten. Do you know that?
Yeah.
How? You've already lost.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. I know what you're saying doesn't make sense either. It's 5 games in.
So what you're saying doesn't make sense either, because you're criticizing with no basis.
No, I'm saying those stats of we're projected, we might do this. We could all sit here and make a projection. But how realistic is it?
It's not a projection. Listen, let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
So are you saying Arsenal in the calendar year? Okay, go on. I think I understand finally.
What I'm talking about. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Fewest conceded away goals since 2004. In 11 matches in 2024 away from home, Arsenal have conceded 3 goals. Chelsea in 18 matches conceded 7. Obviously, we still have another 7 more games to be equivalent to that in a calendar year, but that is on pace to be better than Chelsea's the season when they only conceded 15 goals. That's why I'm saying what we're doing right now is up there with some of the best teams defensively in Premier League history. So Vader, it's not the football terrace. Use your eyes.
Yeah, but I understand this is an interesting point. Some would say less so.
Jay,
But also, it's only one half the pie, right? Because it's not like you play your home games at a different time of year or different. These are concurrent, so you have home games played at the same time as away games. What's your home record compared to that Chelsea team? I assume it's significantly worse.
It is.
Okay, so
And again, one thing I need to add also. This is I think
is that from last season.
That is
head to head. This is head to head. He wants.
I just want to say this is obviously
Sorry, the bridge. 1 second. Currently, this season, how Igal wants to talk about current form. When you want to look at defensively, current form, who's projected to do what? This is how we stack up. Who's got the better defense? Who should be talking about being undefeated for the season?
That is facts, Igal. Can't say nothing there.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it.
I just wanted to say quickly, Aramba, there's a lot of 50. There's still 32 games to get 15 goals.
We're gonna have to do our predictions and then keep it moving because we got to talk about Tottenham before we finish off. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 smash and grab Arsenal victory. I think
I'm saying 1-0 City. City, you got a better win for me, bro. You better win for me, better, bro. I'm being honest with you, bro.
Is KDB injured?
I said Arsenal gonna grind out 0-0.
Jay, KDB is questionable.
Arsenal defended real well against Tottenham. I feel like they showed maturity. That was a proper mature performance against Spurs. So like they've been to big teams last season. I think they're capable. It depends on what City didn't look about it against Inter. So I mean, if that City turns up, Arsenal can definitely get a point. I'm not feeling them offensively.
Jay, what's in your glass right now? What's in your glass?
Spice rum and lemonade.
Yeah, it's spiced up all right because you wanted to talk about how we look versus Inter. How did Arsenal look versus Atalanta?
They didn't look great. But what I'm saying is I'm judging it off the two performances defensively, and I'm thinking Rice, 10 out of their starting 11. Offensively, I'm not sure what they're giving us. But I think if they use the formation and the team that played against Spurs, like Trossard didn't start against Atalanta, did he? Did he?
No, he did not.
Right. So if he plays the Odegaard position against Spurs, then maybe they'll do something. Jesus was useless against Atalanta.
He's always useless. He hasn't scored since February.
It's 1-0 or 0.
Yeah, what is the point of Jesus at Arsenal, bro? Can I ask you that question? What's the point of Jesus at Arsenal?
1-0 or 0-0.
Listen, we gotta wait and see.
1-0 City. I'm going 1-0 City.
I'm not writing off Jesus. He's a good squad player. What you saying, Ches?
Oh, I feel like Arsenal will deploy the same tactics as last year. So I feel they'll just soak up all the pressure and they'll look for Martinelli on the counter attack and Saka to do either a limp for a penalty or a long shot from 48 yards. So I think it will end up being a 0-0 draw because I do think Saliba and Gabriel will do enough against Haaland. And I don't really see, if they can correct me if I'm wrong, who else from Man City is going to step up and score their goal?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. So that doesn't mean that a set piece won't win it for either team. It's not to say that Kovacic or Rodri can't go screamer. But based on logic, I feel that it could end up being a draw. Goalless draw.
No, I hear that. I changed the defensive comparison to the attacking comparison. So what you're seeing on screen is this is current season, 2024, right? You're seeing Manchester City first, right? And then you're seeing Arsenal's attacking prowess. Now, what I had up earlier was the defensive, and the defensive isn't really in all that favor for Arsenal.
Show me the defensive.
Here's the defensive. Notice my defensive rankings happen to be better than yours with the exception of conceded goals. And I get it.
Which is the most important fact.
It is the most important fact. But in
this
game, when
Ray's pulling off worldies.
Exactly. But I want to emphasize the attack again. I really want to emphasize the attack because I think that's where the difference is. You guys are going to be camped out defending.
Brother, man.
Saka, Havertz,
listen, we were here last year. 1 second.
Wait.
We were here last year. Those numbers really do change throughout the season. This 5th game of the season. Don't forget, Chelsea scored 6 goals in 1 game, so they're probably high up there. Doesn't mean they're a better team than us.
What's
Doesn't mean they're a better team
Chelsea?
than us.
Yeah, what's this got to do with Chelsea, man?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Why you say that?
5 games in.
You want to say
5
Chelsea
games
right
in.
here? Crap.
Why
5 games in.
Why you
5 games
in?
in. 5 games in. Are we really going to look at underlying numbers and saying this and that? I'm looking at points.
I bet you look at them if the Arsenal look good.
He just used them to say they have the
Erling
best
Haaland.
defensive record.
I'm looking at.
He literally just used them.
1 second. I'm looking at Man City scoring 11 goals and only 2 of those being from other players outside of Erling Haaland. I'm seeing a lack of diversity.
Is Erling Haaland playing?
Who
Yes.
scored your
Lack of diversity. This ain't no equal opportunity shit.
Anyways, guys, we got to wrap this segment up. Vader, you're the last one to give us your prediction.
That is so
Listen,
You can't stand on the table. You need to pick one.
This is the game. This is the game at home. All I'm gonna say is we're going to go and win this game because we're at home. We play to win. We're not going to play to defend for our lives. We're not
Score
going to play in
prediction?
easy. Let me tell you, 2-1, and you guys score first.
You said it's easy.
But importantly,
Yeah.
Vader, the most important question is: Is it Erling Haaland who's going to score both goals, and that you're too reliant on him?
No. Haaland's not going to score both goals.
Okay.
Arsenal fans are going to be able to talk about their center back pairing being the best because they shut down Haaland, and we're winning 2-1.
Wait, who's
You're not
scoring for
winning.
Arsenal? What the hell?
Anyways,
Who's
guys,
Arsenal
we
score?
gotta go to the final segment. We gotta
Who's
go to the
scoring
final
for
segment,
Arsenal?
guys.
Gabriel.
We gotta go to this final
Yeah.
segment. Jay is finally here. Jay, last time we spoke to you before the North London derby, the week prior to that, we spoke to you after losing to Newcastle. We said your fans are starting to turn on Ange. They really started to turn on Ange.
Who said that? Who said that? Was that you?
The guy decided to
There was a guy.
No, what's the guy? You know, I love
The guy was cheeky, wasn't
Not cheeky. I just tried to slide that in like it was fact. So everyone hates fucking Ange. What are we gonna do?
I can't lie to you, mate. Ange's in trouble though. He might not. I fear for Ange, bro. You know what I mean? I do fear for him.
Listen.
Especially almost losing to Coventry.
Yeah, bro, it happens.
No,
Did we
bro,
lose,
you
though?
guys haven't won a League Cup game since 2021. That was the first
Well,
time.
we won one on Wednesday.
Yes,
That was
For
the
3
first
years,
time
they
in
got
4
knocked out in the
years.
first round.
they've not won one in 4 years, bro.
That's bad, Jay.
Hey,
That is
listen. Are we still in the hat? Yes. That's all you can care about. Yeah, like
Yes.
Bears, like we played badly, but we're still in the competition.
Talk
Thing
about
is
talk
that-
about the state of Tottenham. Ange is his job at.
The state of Tottenham. Man needs to do it. The state of Tottenham. It's been 4 games. It's
And
4
Jay,
games,
did you go on
bro.
And
vacation
you
because
lost-
of the
you
losses?
lost
Is
it.
that why you went on holiday? Because of the losses.
Me, I booked the vacation pre-holiday. It just caused me to not enjoy my holiday as much
Bro,
as I
man
should
booked
have.
it before the North London derby.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
Jay,
I'm
but Jay,
going
but
Ibiza.
Jay,
We win or lose, I'm
Jay,
partying.
but Jay, what did the underlying numbers say? What do underlying numbers say? Tell
The
me.
saying
underlying
you're
numbers are
13.
saying these motherfuckers need to start scoring. That's what the underlying numbers are saying. That's
Wait,
what
Jay,
they're
your
saying.
problem goals or
Adam?
defending? Is your problem
Listen,
goals or
we're
defending?
not defending badly. Like we're not overly defending badly. We're just not. We have a lot of the ball and we're not creating clear-cut chances. You can put it down to the tactics. You can put it down to the player quality. There's a lot of moving parts 4 games in. Disappointing to lose to Arsenal. You guys came. You did a fucking job on us. Congratulations. I feel like we played all right. I think we could have more points. I look at, say, like a Chelsea. I think, you look at Bournemouth. Maybe they could have lost that game. You look at Newcastle. Maybe we could have won that game. Like, it's margins. So we're not good enough at the moment to balance the margins. And me as a fan, I'm just like, listen, we weren't winning the league this season. So we have 3 cup competitions. Yeah. League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League. That's what I'm really judging this season on. I want us to win a trophy. That's what we can win the FA Cup and finish 9th for all I care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
what do you think of what Ange said?
What do you mean?
Second season, I always win.
He just listen. Man is stating facts, and you want to question a man about facts. Second season, he always wins a trophy. Yeah. Now the thing is
That's a
like,
good fact.
Are we going to be the
So are
team?
you
to break-
guaranteeing a trophy yourself?
Like, but everyone, but like we're the like he. If he's the chosen one, we win a trophy. That's the point. Because when Jose came here winning every club, he didn't win with us. Conte wins it. He didn't win with us. Yeah.
So maybe you need a loser to make it win, to make it happen.
Nah. Man, he's the chosen one. Like, go win. Like, keep your record with us. You always win in your second season. Come back. Show us the way. That's the thing. Like, I'm here to enjoy this season. Like, small defeats in the first 4 games. Horrible losing 3 years in a row at home to Arsenal. But, like, bro, like, what's the alternative is starting again. Like, why am I going to start again? Like, for what? Like, to do what? Like, let's give it another season. Let's give it another 18 months. You know, let's see what we're going to do down there.
So you basically filibustered for the last couple of minutes and said, let's see.
No, I said, Egal, we finished 5th last season. We're in a number of competitions this season. The season's 4 games old. Yeah, that's it. That we've lost. You
know what you said to Bice a couple of years ago. You categorically look worse than these teams after a couple of games. Right now, you categorically look worse than Chelsea. Right now, you categorically look worse than Newcastle.
No, we don't.
You look worse than Arsenal.
We played Newcastle. I've seen Newcastle up close. We do not categorically look worse than. You're lying. You try to make me look bad using a quote I used on someone else and show, how the turntables turn. I'm on to you, Gal. I see what you tried to do there. You're cheeky, you know. He's cheeky.
And you know how we're gonna find out? You play Brentford.
Bro, listen. The thing is,
Brentford at home. It's not an easy team to play.
Bro, they're tough. Everyone's a tricky team when you're not fucking winning games. You know, when you're not winning games, you rock up to Leicester and it's like we're dropping points. So,
well, can I get to the banter side? The root of all problems, I think it's actually Ange.
What?
I think listen to my point. I think Ange is a one-trick pony. He's been found out, and he doesn't really want to.
Amazing! Wow, 1 year.
Well, you know what? You haven't freaking gotten more than bro. Tottenham Hotspur played 37 games and have 4 clean sheets.
Okay, right. Okay.
That's a good sample size. I don't care.
Okay, so what?
How many clean sheets should they have? What's a good number of clean sheets?
Exactly. What's the information that you're deriving from that?
No, are you guys being serious now?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so okay, like expand. Why?
No.
If Tottenham
goals conceded, I'll agree with. Goals conceded, I'll agree with. But this clean sheet narrative is.
Bro, I'll give you.
If Tottenham are considering themselves, if Tottenham are considering themselves
8th in the league,
bro, if Tottenham are considering themselves a serious team, they should not be in the bottom 10 in the league.
How many goals have Spurs conceded this season?
I think 4.
How many games have Tottenham? 4. How many games have Tottenham played?
4.
Okay, so Spurs are conceding 1 goal a game. Yeah, set piece to you. Yeah. Oh, 1 goal a game is bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Pete Jose. Didn't realize a 1 goal a game ratio is bad.
Damn.
It's not that bad, Igal. So the thing is you're taking a narrative from last season. And
why are we celebrating clean sheets?
Well, 1 second.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. Goals against makes sense to me, but clean sheets, like that's
when Arsenal do something, it's the cream of the creme, innit? It's like the best thing to do.
God. You guys are making it seem like 4 clean sheets in 37 games is damning.
No, we're talking about the season, though.
Bro, listen. The thing is that take into account some of them. Okay, Van der Ven being injured, new formation style. At the end of the day, Spurs conceded the same amount of goals as Aston Villa last season. I never hear anybody talking about how many goals Aston Villa conceded last season.
Because
nobody ever says, let me land. Nobody ever says, Unai Emery, oh my God, the way he set up Aston Villa. In fact, I hear the opposite. I hear about how well he set up Aston Villa and how well structured they are. And they conceded the exact same number of goals as us. So I'm like, okay, cool. This season, we've now conceded 4 and 4. Not great. Yeah. 1 set piece to you. 2 goals to Newcastle. Clean sheet against Everton. Conceded 1 to Leicester. Not great, but it's 1 and 1. So the issue with Spurs this season is really we're not scoring enough goals. it's not that we're conceding too many. It's we're not scoring. We're not creating enough chances.
Jay, I've conceded 3 goals, by the way.
You conceded 3, just
I've
one
conceded
less.
3. Yeah.
That's what they just one less. Don't let a gal get at you.
I've had only 2 clean sheets all season. I've only had 2 clean sheets.
Yes,
I've had 1 clean sheet.
But City have a cyborg. They try to outscore you by like 7 goals.
Actually, I lie. I think I only have 1 clean sheet versus Chelsea. That was it.
Exactly.
But listen, I see the narratives you're trying to run on us. They see, like, no.
Okay, banter aside, I do
heavy-handed,
think Ange
heavy-handed.
Postecoglou, one thing, they need to improve on their set pieces. Number 1. Number 2,
one set piece goal conceded.
Number 1,
one set piece goal conceded.
Number two, I do think on the back end of last season there was a way to play against Tottenham, and this season so far, I think both Newcastle and Arsenal were able to do a similar tactic to beat you guys. You don't want to become predictable. You don't want it to be easy. You don't want it to be easy to be able to beat you and just people set up a certain way and they beat you. It's happened to Arsenal in the past. It's happened to all of our clubs at times. That's what I'm saying.
In the last 18 months, there's 2 things that I've discovered that Arsenal fans have become experts in. Number 1 is set pieces, because all of a sudden they become very good at set pieces, and then miraculously they talk about it a lot, right? Number 2, they never complained about City's 1-1-5. When all that was happening before Arsenal became good, they weren't talking about it, right? Liverpool fans we talked about it a fair bit, right? All of a sudden, when Arsenal has something to lose, all of them are talking, all of them experts.
Just like Egal doesn't want, he says, "Oh, this fixture congestion list, suck it up, stop complaining. Wait until his club's got to deal with it. Wait,
bro, we don't have to play in the Club World Cup, so I'm good."
Wait until you.
There's a reason for that, by the way.
Yeah, they just made the tournament. Anyways, they just expanded the tournament and added all you guys. But hey, we're gonna wrap it up here. Okay. Jay, you gonna win this weekend? Vader's gotta go.
Weiss is injured, so if they were rocking up with their full.
Jay, yes or no, bro? We gotta go. We gotta go, man.
Oh my God, man just wants the chicken raw, you know. Don't want no seasoning. 3. Well, let's say 2-1. 2-1.
They turn the lights on in the club, Jay. We gotta go, man.
Big up everyone. Vader just finished his stream, guys. Go check that out. We also got Ches doing his thing on TikTok and on YouTube. We're still waiting for Jay and Rack's videos to start. And Ahmed has changed his channel name to the Bridge Nation. So make sure you guys go check that out. Ahmed, you live later today?
Yeah, man. Live at 11 p.m. Just gonna be doing a little preview of the game, and then obviously you can catch me 11 a.m. for the watch along. So enjoy.
There you go. I'm gonna now send you guys over to Jamie Phillips football chat. So guys, go check out Jamie Phillips football chat, and you know what you guys say to him? Tell him Darwin Núñez is the best. That might rattle him. Anyways, we're out of here, people. Catch you guys on the next one. Don't know. Peace. Love for the love, people. We're out of here. Peace.